Alrighty, Chris and fellow listeners, let me double check this camera. Alright, hopefully this will show, because I got the cameras real close to me. And I focused it back so it should fit in this screen. So Chris, this is a little lesson on learning the scale blocks, again, in a key, because any mode, no matter what they call it, natural minor, Dorian, Mixolydian, whatever, it comes from a major key. And it's in that key. So this one's C Dorian. It's that guy you told me about. It says Santana Latin groove in C minor, Dorian, because natural minor and Dorian are two different keys altogether. And think of your Dorian as the second scale position of a major key. So C, Dorian, comes from B flat major. So your Do, Re, Mi, I got a lot of gain on this. The next block up from that is your C Dorian. The next block up would be D Phrygian, if you go D to D. Now every time I move, I'm playing the same 7 notes I first played. If I played in the B flat position and started with that D note, that's the same thing here. Same notes, all right? So all these notes I'm doing right now are just the same 7 notes I started with. We'll start with the next note up. So the D Phrygian shape, and then you got a E flat Lydian shape, then you got an F Mixolydian in this case. So your C Dorian, I'll use the F E flat Lydian block, I'll use the F Mixolydian block, I'll use G natural minor. I told you on the phone earlier, your natural minor comes from a major key, and it's always 3 frets down. Or if I was playing out of G natural minor, your major key that comes from would be 3 frets up, B flat. Your C Dorian is the second position, a B flat major. So you can use the G natural minor block, you can use the A low crane block, the B flat major block, the C Dorian obviously, D Phrygian block, the E flat Lydian block, the F Mixolydian block. So I'll demonstrate. I don't know what this is going to sound like. There's a speaker over there. I don't know if the guitar's volumes, if they're going to be close. So it would help if I turn this up. So it's a C minor 7 to an F7. was doing was just playing out of each block, you know. F, Mixolydian. Now if I wanted to specifically phrase to that, C minor 7 to the F7. The common note that's in both of them is that E flat note. So the E flat Lydian block shape so you can use it. And you can just phrase, and phrase means play a specific thing chord to chord. So you could go, you know, right to them two chords. Or I could go to the obviously the D Phrygian. It's C Dorian's right here, so that note's in it. I gotta think. And that's how these guys run all over the fretboard, you know. And then your C Dorian block, your B flat major block. Let me demonstrate playing out of the B flat major block, but I'll play the notes I want to this track. And then G natural minor block. G natural minor. So you don't, you don't have to land on root notes or root notes. You can create tension. All them notes will work. Even though that's on an F major, F7, that G note works. You could do that, stuff like that. And then, so there you go. F Mixolydian, like I did up here. The 7 scale blocks, my point is, once you see the title of a track, that tells you a major key that it comes from, and all them 7 scale blocks, you can use them notes and they'll work, along with a couple of different pentatonics. And of course, if you know octaves in that key too, you just do right. Whatever, you learn those things too in a key. Wait a minute. You could probably use, there's all kinds of other shit you could use, whatever notes come from that key. So anyways, the C Dorian, I mentioned to you, like, that comes from B flat. So again, those scale blocks I sent you in D, the video of it all, you just move all that stuff, all them shapes down, I think it's 4 frets, from D major to B flat major. Yeah, 4 frets down. Now the E Dorian that you've got in the video from D major becomes C Dorian. Everything, all them shapes are the same, you just move them all. And so you have to get these done. There's no getting around it. Otherwise you're guessing in the dark and you're going back to your pentatonic. The same 5 notes that we've been playing our whole lives. And those are fine, but it's, you know, you got all this other stuff that you could dig out of. That's all. Just a short little video, a touch on where C Dorian comes from, and all the blocks. Those blocks are available to you to create phrases out of.